Hi, I'm Aiman, and welcome back to my gardening updates video. Today it's June 28th, so it's the last week of June. And today I think it's a very good day because if you look right up there, I'm not sure if you can see it from there, you might have to come closer, but there's a rainbow, or I guess now the faint appearance of a rainbow that just showed up after it's been raining for quite a while. And you know, New England weather is very crazy, but in my opinion, it's very rare to see a rainbow here. So just only 5 minutes ago, it was raining heavily, so you can see like the rainbow is definitely going to appear. But anyway, let's get to the garden update. The first thing you might notice is that above me, the grapes have started showing. You can see all these tiny little fruits that are soon going to become fully fledged grapes. And I just want to say that we haven't done a garden update video in a while because we've been busy. You know, my dad's been working, I've been working every day, so we haven't found the right time to do videos. With that being said, let's start off in this corner like we usually do. Over here we have our kale. It's growing super huge next to these collards. And the collards, these leaves are bigger than my head. So they've gone humongous. Over here our peppers have grown quite well. I mean, they look pretty identical to the last time that we showcased them. The parsley here, unfortunately, hasn't been doing so hot, and that's a pun, because the reason that they haven't been doing so hot is because of the hot weather. So what my mom's done is she's planted more parsley down here, and you can see they've already started sprouting. So that should hopefully be okay for the parsley. Some more peppers, and behind me you can see that our cucumbers have grown. I keep saying humongously, but they've grown so much, and soon they're even reaching the top of this trellis. And you might notice that at the top of this trellis we have an arbor. So this is sort of what I was talking about earlier, or hinting to in my previous videos. I was saying that we had some sort of project on what we were going to put over these trellises, and what we were doing was we were putting a sort of arbor so that the cucumbers sort of branch out. Alright, so we even have some, if you look here, we even have some cucumbers starting to show up. And as you can see, it's probably going to be an abundant harvest, which my mom is very excited about because in the past years, the cucumbers haven't been doing so well. And the reason why is probably because of the compost. Recently, we just got new compost, so hopefully these cucumbers should be getting a lot more nutrients. Behind me, in my last video, I talked about how we were using edging on this back side of the my mom's garden that we just cleared out in order to cultivate these plants behind me. These plants are actually edamame, and I think I did a video on trying to grow edamame in some cups, but that didn't turn out so well. Alright, so let me clarify. In the past few years we've been growing edamame, and for the next year we would use the previous year's seeds. But one year what my dad did was he stored the seeds in the garage, which you're not supposed to do because you're not supposed to store the seeds in the cold. You're supposed to store them in the house. So we ended up ordering some new seeds, and then we planted them in a cup, and we got them from like Kazakhstan or something, and they didn't end up growing. So what we have here now is we have some new seeds that we replanted, and hopefully in the future we can reuse the seeds that these produce to make even more edamame. So over here we have the kangkung and daun kesum. We have corriander, and we have Chinese celery. These have been growing pretty similar to what they looked like in the last video, so we're going to move on right here. Right here we have some spinach, some cabbage, and over here we have cauliflower. I always get the leafy greens confused, but I'm pretty sure I got these right. Over here we were trying to grow this, I'm pretty sure this is spinach, to get the seeds. So it's not actually spinach itself, we're just trying to harvest the seeds. Over here, hey Aurelia. Over here we have broccoli, and you can see that the actual tree of the broccoli is growing, and that's pretty fascinating. To think that this tree part came from this leafy green is pretty cool, especially since in the previous videos you'll see that there wasn't really a tree. Over here we still have some lettuce that is soon ready to be harvested. I think this is iceberg lettuce. My mistake, this is actually romaine lettuce. We actually already had iceberg lettuce over here, but we've harvested it. And hopefully we have some pictures that my mom will share with my dad for the editing. As you can see here, it doesn't even look like there's anything that's been harvested. And that's the beauty of companion planting and succession planting. The companion planting helped the peppers and the lettuce grow together well, but the succession planting makes it look like nothing has been harvested after you've harvested the lettuce. So as you see, our peppers have been growing quite well. And over here, I'm pretty sure those are mustard greens. I remember asking my mom, and she couldn't remember the name because she usually refers to them in Malay. So we decided to call them greens. But then we looked it up and they're mustard greens. Over here, more peppers. Over here, the peppers have grown tall. I was looking for that word. And it looks over here that our tomatoes are doing quite well as well. But behind me, look at this. Our beans, especially these green beans, have grown quite tall. They're almost up to the level of this arbor. Over here, our wing beans are doing quite well. These are, according to my mom, she calls them botol, but they're wing beans. And over here we have our bitter melon. And I should mention, I forgot to mention over here, these are some other bean plants that we've been growing. So we have like red beans, I think white beans and black beans. By the way, these are yard-long beans. So moving on to the space behind me, in my previous video I talked about what we're going to do with this pathway here that we used to use for strawberry planting. Now as you can see here, we have some sort of box planters that you can see that there's some growing plants inside there. Those are actually blackberries and grapes. So as you can see here, we have a fully growing tree over here, or a vine you could say. And now we're going to sort of try to grow the rest of the grapevines and blackberry vines in these other planters so it looks nice. And so it acts as a sort of replacement to our strawberry field. Now it's a, I guess you could say, blackberry pathway. Alright, so, over here, you can see that we're growing some peas and they're actually climbing on this fence here. And I would reach for one, as you can see, the pods are already starting to show up. Pretty cool. Over here, I forgot to mention this, the kale is growing beautiful. So now we're going to go outside the boundaries of the fence. Hey Aurelia. And we're going to go over to this side of the garden. Over here, our eggplant, our peppers, our beans are growing quite well. It looks like they're still surviving after they've been bitten and eaten by our gophers and woodchucks, but it looks like they're doing quite well. Looks like the beans are doing okay. Our peppers are also doing well here. It looks like our peppers are doing well no matter what part of the garden they're in, even despite New England's weird weather. Like I said that the parsley did survive due to the hot weather, but today we just had ice rain. We just had squall. So it's really hot, but we've also had ice rain, so it's really weird. But behind me, we've had our tomatoes. They're growing quite well. The tomatoes are always my favorite part of the garden because I always go into the back and I see different colors of the tomatoes. However, they haven't grown yet, so we'll have to wait for that. And back here, our potatoes. It looks like, I can't really measure how good our potatoes are doing because they're in the ground, but it looks like they're growing well. And our kiwis, I just found out these are kiwi trees, by the way. It looks like they're also doing good. Hopefully these kiwi trees can actually start bearing some fruit so we can show you guys something. Over here are zucchinis. They all look like they're doing pretty well. It looks like our strategy of replanting them in groups of 3 has worked out pretty well. Oh, it looks like our zucchinis actually do have some fruits popping up there. Oh, that's growing pretty nicely. Let's look at the other plant. Oh, dang, this is huge. Oh, that's good. It looks like our zucchinis are growing pretty well. That's fascinating. All right. So I guess for now, we're going to move on to the rest of the garden and then we're going to close. Alright, so over here is just the usual. Not much interesting here, but there is some plants here. We have tomatoes, we have okra, some more tomatoes. You actually see some tomatoes starting to pop up. And over here we have raspberries. Okay, so we're gonna end off this video with the high note here. This is my dad's favorite fruit. Come closer, take a look. See, I bet you can guess where it already is. These are blackberries. And we've actually planted quite a lot of blackberries around the backyard because my dad loves them so much. So because they're starting to show, it looks like we're gonna have a bountiful harvest. So hopefully my dad's gonna be able to feast on blackberries for years to come. Alright, so we haven't had as much time to work on this section, but it looks like our blueberries have been doing pretty good. And those eggplants over there, unlike the eggplants over there, it looks like these ones have been doing okay. They haven't been eaten by the woodchucks. And these peppers, like I said, they're doing okay as well. We're also going to have to work some more on trimming the trees. As you can see, there's a pile here, but eventually we should be able to get most of this down. So I should also mention that soon we're going to harvest these garlic. And we're probably going to do a video on harvesting the garlic. Because in my opinion, and in my dad's opinion, we want something prettier in the corner. So it might be time for the garlic to go. Alright, so I think that's it. So I'm Aiman, that's Aurelia, and thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and look at other videos on EyeOnAiman, especially the gardening update videos and videos with Aurelia in them, which there are a ton of videos with Aurelia in them, especially the car repair videos, so you might want to check those out. And me and Aurelia will see you there. But for now, I'm Aiman, and this is our mom's garden, and signing out.